Alright, so I showed you in a video yesterday of actually this thing running. I don't think I explained what it is, but there should be a link in the previous video to bring you there, because I'm going to show you what that thing makes, if I could get out there. That thing is actually a channel letter bender. And that will spit out, here we go, that'll spit out these. So these are halo lit letters. LEDs actually go inside there, and light shines towards the wall, so it gives a cool little outer glow effect. These are how they come out of the machine. That's actually a dot for the eye. So this face will get welded to the return, and yeah, that's it. But I know showing you that machine and not showing a finished product probably confused the hell out of you. So that's that. Figured I'd show you that, because okay, that's also what I do. So in addition to the wraps and graphic work, I run the channel letter machine. This is the printer that I use. That is an Epson GS6000, and the channel bender, super channel bender, sorry, is made by, I believe the company's called SDS. Yeah, SDS, right here. And they're actually a Korean company. I don't remember what SDS stands for, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, Seoul Die Bond and Sign Company. So, actually, I was born in Seoul, and I'm adopted, in case you can't tell. Well, I could just speak very good English. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you later. Okay, so it was a regular day at work, kind of normal, a little bit of boring. But one of my customers came in, and he was noticing that I lost a bunch of weight over the past year. I haven't seen him since about this time last year, and he immediately noticed in my face I wasn't as fat as I used to be, because I dropped about, at this point, about 30 pounds. At the most, I dropped about 40 pounds. So at my heaviest, I was about 205 pounds, and that was about a year and a half ago. Now, I don't know if anybody's watched my other videos or anything back, but I used to be diabetic, and I stress used to be. I was diabetic for about 7 or 8 years, and I was on 2 injections a day. One was insulin, and one was something called Victoza, which kind of worked with the insulin. And I was always checking my blood sugar, just like any other diabetic would. And yeah, I guess one day I just wanted to be done with that, so I did something about it. And it didn't take that long, about 6 months, for me to fully back off of the insulin and everything. So that's kind of a long story short of what I did and where I am now. But this customer of mine that came in said, I see you lost all this weight, and I mentioned how I used to be diabetic, and I piqued his interest because apparently, from what he's saying, is he's pre-diabetic. He's on metformin, which is, the usual starting point for anybody that's pre-diabetic, from what I understand anyway. And so he started picking my brain, and he seemed really interested to know what I did to reverse diabetes. So, me being passionate about trying to help other people with it because I did it and I know that it's possible now, because I'm proof. I want to help other people. And when I see an opportunity to help somebody, I try and take it. And I know it's hard to take advice from another person, it's just hearsay or whatever. But to see the amount of interest that was in his face and the look in his eye, the way that he was listening so intently on what I had to say and what I did, it made me feel good to know that I was helping him. That even if it were just to give him hope that it's possible to back off of any medication that he's on and to, reverse the condition. And I kept saying to him, you know what you have to do. We all know what we have to do to lose weight, to, get off certain medications. And I tried to, reiterate that as much as I could without sounding crazy redundant. But by the end of the conversation, like a half an hour or an hour later, he seemed really motivated to get on the right track because I told him it's not as difficult necessarily as you might think it is. It's different. You already know what to do. You know that you need to cut back on what you eat and everything. And you don't have to cut out your favorite foods or, starve yourself to death, because I say this to everybody. Whether it's a diet or whatever, you want to lose a few pounds, any lifestyle change, if you hate doing it, are you going to keep doing it? No, of course not. You're not going to torture yourself for the rest of your life. So, cut things out, but don't deprive yourself, because you're just going to make it unnecessarily difficult on yourself. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that because, if I help one person, or if I put that glimmer of hope in somebody's eye, I guess I feel like everything I do is worth it. So if one person sees this video and sees that I'm proof that you can back off of your medications, or hell, even do what I did and reverse diabetes completely, then everything's worth it. If I could help one person. If I could help one person, or just, kind of speechless on it, because that gets me pumped up that I made somebody feel like there's hope to back off of stuff. So, know that, I guess. That's what I wanted to share, because that's one of the things I'm kind of passionate about. That and motorcycles and my truck. So, cool. Alright guys, till next time, I'll see you. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Leave a comment, subscribe, but definitely leave a comment, because I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if things are too long, too wordy, too whatever. I'm open to anything. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the support, everybody. I'll see you later.